Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Talkoffamepod podcast. I'm Kylie, and I'm so excited to have on a pitcher in the Philadelphia Phillies organization and one of my all-time favorite baseball players, Austin Ross. Thank you so much for coming on.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me on here. I remember seeing you last year at spring training and followed me on Instagram. I followed you on Instagram and stuff. And I thought we were going to do this before, but I was a little busy with winter ball and stuff. But I'm glad I can get on here with you and talk a little bit.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to have you on. The first question is, you were drafted by the Phillies in 2018. What was it like for you to be part of the organization?
I was very happy. I grew up a Pirate fan, so I didn't know what to think at first, but I knew the organization was really good, and there's a lot of good history there. And it's in the same state, so I was pretty excited to hopefully be next to home one day. But yeah, it was a super exciting day getting drafted by the Phillies.
That's amazing. I'm happy you're Philly because I always grew a Philly fan. I grew a Philly fan since I was born, because I grew up with family with Philly fans. That whole family was Philly fans as well. And like it's kind of I basically have to become a Phillies fan based on my family. That's spring training last year because of my family, and they're obsessed with the Phillies. So like I have to become obsessed with the Phillies as well. So like it's really like let's say if I like a different team, you're like, oh no, you have to like this specific.
Oh yeah. I feel like Philly fans are definitely hardcore and great group of fans. So it's awesome that, to see the fans like you and your parents being, super into it and love the game and everything like that and track the players. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's such amazing to get to meet so many players, and you're seriously my favorite player that I had a chance to meet last year. Like, even though I met so many players last year, like everyone at the camp, so like that, I basically knew everyone there. So like it was like my favorite person that I met so far at spring training.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course. You are a pitcher. Who's the best hitter that you face?
Ooh, that's a good one. Do inter squads count?
Mm-hmm.
Then probably Bone. Alec Bone. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah. But him or like Vlad Jr., Guerrero Jr. I faced in 2019, I think. He's, as we know, pretty good too. So, but yeah, probably those two.
Yeah,
tough outs.
Those are such good answers. They're such an amazing player. You've been playing baseball for a while. What are your goals you set for yourself as a pitcher?
Ooh, during the season, I try and set certain number goals sometimes, but overall, I'd say just to keep developing it every year, which I think I have been, and I keep learning more and more, through different coaches and through different players and different people that I've met. But I just want to keep growing as a pitcher and understanding the game more and more. So, I could be as smart and make the better decisions. But yeah, just make sure I don't plateau and drop off, and make sure I'm preparing and doing what I can to be better every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, you have those sets of goals. You're such an amazing pitcher. And my favorite minor leaguer in the Phillies organization, even though I have a lot of baseball players that I like, but you're my favorite in Phillies organization in general, even though there's a lot of majors and a lot of minors.
Oh, yeah.
And even though I have a lot of Philly players I like, but like you're probably my top favorite player. And those are really good answers. You're such an amazing baseball player that I see you play.
Thank you. Still growing though. Still got to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate it.
Of course, this takes time to get better. This takes work to pay off. Yeah. Do you have anyone that you look up to in your career?
Ooh, so back home, I grew up. So like in high school, I would play catch with a guy that played with the Dodgers named Adam Libator. And I kind of looked up to him because he was doing the minor league thing, and he got his way up to the big leagues with the Dodgers for a year or two. And I just wanted to be like him. Like in the off seasons, he would throw with me because our area is kind of, not that many people play baseball. So like the ones that do and are pretty good at it kind of know each other. So that's why I met him. But yeah, he always was there helping me and, teaching me stuff about baseball. So probably him.
Oh yeah, I heard of him. He's such an amazing player, and I
Yeah.
haven't really seen him play that much, but like I heard so many things about him from other people
Yeah.
and stuff, and he's such a really talented player. And like I'm glad you have someone that you had a chance to look up to as such an amazing player.
Yeah. I was pretty lucky because, my dad never really played baseball, and I had some coaches from high school that, played in high school, but I didn't have anybody to really take me to that next level, and to kind of guide me in that way. But he was definitely one of those guys that did that when I was growing up. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, that's really awesome that you have someone that you look up. Like your family probably doesn't play, your dad doesn't play baseball, and
Yeah.
you have someone that like a role model you can look up to and try to make yourself a bigger player than you are. So that's really like awesome because I come from like my older brother, my twin brother Chase plays baseball, and he's in my grade. He's 1 minute older than me,
Oh,
brother. And so
that's pretty cool.
he's playing baseball. He does it for a living. He's hoping to make it to majors one day. And he came with me down to spring training last year, and he hopes to make it to the big. So my dad also, so like at least he has a lot of people to look up to now. I always try to help him since I watch a lot of baseball. So like I give him as much tips as I could and try to help him out as much as I can, even though I might not know some of this stuff, to be honest with you. But like I try to help him out, you go as much as like his games as I could, even though sometimes I don't but sometimes I'm like,
that's all right. That's good though. That probably helps him. He likes that.
Yeah, it's always good to go support your brother, even though maybe don't like each other at times. It's always like good to support each other, even though there's some difficult times in like your life.
Of course.
The next question is, do you have any advice for people who like to be like you one day?
Ooh, yeah, I would probably say like baseball is definitely a game that's mentally taxing and that can get tough sometimes on people. But you got to just keep the chin up and keep pushing forward. And because baseball is a game of numbers where some of the best players fail 7 times at the plate, so you just got to learn to deal with failure and just learn from it. Because baseball is a game where you can always learn more about, and you can always perfect more things. So I think, if you're going to take away anything, it would just be learn from failures instead of getting down on yourself so much, which is hard to do. It's easier said than done, but that's definitely important.
Yeah, that's really great advice, and that's what I learned. Like because I played baseball when I was younger, and I learned from my brother from playing baseball and trying to help him that like he trying to focus on something like you're really passionate about, even though it can be really difficult. It's like you're not always the best at something. You could always try to put hard work in. The harder you put into something, the harder you achieve it. And that's what the main for me is, like the harder you put something, the harder, the better you will get. That's really the point of view what I'm trying to tell my brother and my family that plays baseball, or something that is like the harder you try on something, the harder you get better. And that was just amazing advice, and I really connected with you on that. That's why I'm trying to show my brother that too on baseball.
Yeah, it's really important, and that's good that and you're telling them that's important, because it definitely is.
Mm-hmm. This past year has been different for most of us. What has changed the most for you with everything going on to play games?
Say that one more time. I couldn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. This past year has been different for most of us. What has changed the most for you with everything going on to play games?
Yeah, it was tough. Like it was a big adjustment because I didn't really have the coaches at home to work on me with some of the stuff that I was supposed to be working on. So there was a lot of like phone calls, and there was a lot of times where I was going to the gym by myself trying to figure something out. And I think it helped, but it also it would have been nice to have the hands-on experience, but it got me to learn more about the game because I had to teach myself kind of in this past year or so. So that I think it was more of a benefit, even though it sucked not playing. You know, you can either go about it in a bad way and not do anything, but like I try to learn and try to progress still. So I think it was a good time for me to have off. And I accidentally closed it. For me to have off and get back in the groove of things and kind of have, you know, time to myself to try and teach myself things and learn more.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like this time it's like difficult since like it's hard to really play games and we'll have games, and last year was really difficult for not you and other players since like the minor league games got canceled and the season for everyone, and after I left spring training last year I got delayed, so yeah, luckily I went time I did, and they had to get canceled, so I'm lucky I did. But like it says stinks. I thought this will be over by now, but like it's not. But like everything gets back to normal soon, and we can just live like baseball can get together soon with fans and all at like full capacity. Well, for Philly, for Pennsylvania, it's hard right now because of COVID. No, for COVID numbers, it's really difficult. So like it's hard not going to see the Phillies play, and so it seems not going to be able to see the Phillies play, but at least hopefully we can go see them soon and be able to go enjoy seeing games. Like I'm going to see the Phillies in a couple of weeks. So I'm happy to see them in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited that
I don't even know have they been having full capacity at the stands, or is it like limited? Do you know? I haven't really been paying attention.
I think it's limited, like 15% capacity, I think.
But that'll be fun. That'll be awesome to get out there and watch some baseball.
Yeah, like last time I went to see baseball games was when I went to spring training.
Yeah.
So like it's been more than a year since I went to a baseball game, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Hopefully they can get a W too.
Yeah, it's always good to get a win though. Hopefully we can get maybe we'll see what Bryce Harper does. So do you have a favorite game that you pitched?
I threw in my college conference championship game, and that's probably one of the more like memorable times I'll pitch, just because after the game we won and we were the champs of our conference, which didn't happen in years for our college. So that kind of sticks out. I would say, probably that one, or maybe the last time I threw in college, because that was I wouldn't say emotional, but you try and take that in and soak that moment up, your last time pitching at your college. So probably those two moments that I remember most are my favorites.
Congratulations. That's always good winning the championship in your conference for a college and able to be part of college and try to be as best as you can, try to win the game. That's what always I try to tell people to do as best as you can, even though like you might not succeed, like you might not win. Like it's okay if you don't win. And I'm the same way. I'm like, I need to win this game. Like I need to win this game. Like I just don't like losing. I'm like competitive. At times, but like it's like
you have to have that attitude.
Yeah, so it's like always good to like be competitive. Like it's always good to be, but it's okay if we don't win the again next time. But it's always like it's like bittersweet, like to feel like it's your last college game. But it's always good. Like it's good when you get drafted into the major leagues.
Yeah,
pretty special.
That's why I like, because in college I didn't really know if I was going to get drafted or not. I was a later sign as a senior, so I just didn't know if that was going to be my last time pitching ever, or if I was going to be able to play at the next level or not. So it was definitely a bittersweet moment, that's for sure.
Yeah. What are your greatest strengths as a minor league baseball player?
My greatest strength?
Yeah.
I would say I'm pretty consistent. I feel like I do a decent job at, like, even when I don't feel great, because every pitcher has those days where they feel good or bad. I feel like I do a decent job at trying to compete still and do what I can to help my team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I just try and go out there and do the job that needs to be done. And some days it doesn't happen, but I feel like I do a decent job at being consistent with it and at least trying my best. I have a good mentality about it.
Yeah, that's great. Like it's always good to try your best, even though if you're pitching a good game or if it's a bad game for a couple.
Yeah.
It's not good. Like it's not good at times. Like you can be frustrated because I feel I am always frustrated when I do that. But like it's part of the game, and that's how I play. You just learn from what you don't pitch. What you pitch is good, and whatever you pitch. So it's always good to try to learn which fastball is better, which curveball is better, and what you pitch is good. So try to get the hour, try not to get runs in and stuff.
Yeah.
The final.
Yeah, you gotta be. Wait, what's that?
Oh, you can go. Sorry.
No, you're good. I thought you were. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
This Wi-Fi stinks at this hotel.
The final question is: this past off season, you got to play with the Dell Giants. What was it like for you to be part of that team?
Oh, that was awesome. At first I was kind of nervous about it because I like going across the world was kind of scary a little bit, but I really enjoyed it down there. The country's beautiful. I made a lot of good friends down there. It was some of the most fun baseball I've ever played because although it's still a job and I still had to do good and stuff, but it was way more relaxed and I was having a lot of fun with it. So I really enjoyed that experience. I'm glad the Phillies sent me down there, and I'm glad Adelaide had me. I would definitely do it again if I had the chance. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was like a great experience. You got to like the Phillies sent you down to Australia. I would love to go to Australia.
I know, it was beautiful. I got to see some kangaroos as well, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw you. Like, did you post one day?
Yeah, they were eating out of my hand, little food snack things. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that was really cool. Australia's awesome.
That's awesome. I love to see a kangaroo. So I can only see it on TV. So it's like, oh.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming on. I had a great time speaking with you today. I wish you the best of luck with your career, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. And anytime you need anything or have questions or whatnot, feel free to reach out.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course.
Can't wait to see you play one of these days. And I can't wait to see you go to one.
Yeah.
Maybe next time I go to Florida, I have to let you know, and we can meet up or something.
Absolutely.
All right.